My name is Bryan Arnett. I'm a 19-year-old skateboarder from Fillmore, California, and this is a Walmart version of a Thrasher My War video because I'm a YouTuber and I'll probably never be in a real Thrasher video.
I got my dogs in this bitch, I know they gon' shoot shit up. And my little brother turned to a drummer.
The downtown lane triple set is definitely one of the most iconic street spots in skateboarding history. Literally just about every trick you could think of has been done on that set, and there's people trying to skate that thing almost every single day. The spot is so popular that nowadays there's this fencing at the top because of skateboarders, and it's pretty rare to go on a day where that thing is not there. It goes all the way across, leaving just this tiny space on the far right where you kind of have to skate the thing at an angle over this strip of rubber, because if you land on the rubber, you're pretty much fucked. This was my first time ever trying the late shove, which means it was also my first time running into the security there. I still just think it's so funny how serious they actually were while I'm literally just running up the stairs with this big smile on my face, just laughing about it. He did kind of push me right there, but I never really took anything that the security did or said personally because I knew they were just doing their job and they're just as frustrated as me because they have to deal with skaters all day long. We went back later that same day, probably like an hour later, and I got one last try, but of course, I landed in the fucking strip of rubber. But honestly, that one probably would have been it. Committing to the trick was never actually the problem. As soon as that adrenaline kicked in, I honestly felt like I could go for anything down that set.
Hey, was that a guard? Hurry up. Hey, go, it's a guard.
The homies kept going up behind the fence and trying to block the security guard from getting in my way, and to be honest, it kind of worked.
No! Bro, fuck! What the?
Oh my god, the homie Jesse was putting up a fight right here. I did not ask them to do all that, but shout out to the homies for wanting it just as much as me. I don't know how, there's literally two security guards standing there trying to move the fence, and I was still able to get one last try. When you're at the triple set and you're back there about to go for your trick, you can't see anything. You can't see the ground where you're supposed to land. You can't see the cars or the people. All you see is just that little space where you have to go, and your mind just goes completely blank. And in that moment, nothing else matters to you. This was later that same day. There were so many of those tries where I just completely clipped the last three stairs, just trying to make the most out of my attempts.
Let's get it, bro.
That one haunts me to this very day. That one definitely would have been it. I was already standing up on it, but my front foot was just a little too much on the nose. If it was just like an inch lower, that one would have been it for sure, 100%.
How many fucking boards am I gonna break, bro? Use someone's boot.
Hey, mine's already cracked.
Right. Happy, bro.
It's just not over. Finally made my way back to the triple set in January. This time I was with the PAL team, and this was my first time jumping down anything big since my knee injury, so I had no idea what to expect. We were just filming fisheye and iPhone angles this day, and I honestly got a good amount of tries before security came, but it still just wasn't enough to roll away, I guess. This was my first time ever going to the triple set without there being a gate on top, and of course I just fucking blew the first couple tries. I kicked out and just wasted 2 attempts. I really wish I would have landed it this day because for some reason it just looks way sicker without the gate being there. And there comes security again, just popping up out of nowhere. Probably got a call on his walkie-talkie or some shit. Bro, I hated when they did that. I hated when they walked over and tried to get in my way when I was about to try my trick. And that's exactly what I told him right here. I was like, bro, you guys don't want me skating here because you don't want me getting hurt on your property. But if you stand in my way when I'm hauling ass up to this triple set, I'm going to hit you and we're both going to get hurt, bro.
But that's the only way I'm going to get hurt. I'm not going to get hurt just doing my thing.
If you don't understand skateboarding and you see these videos, it honestly just looks like I'm trying to cause trouble, but that's the last thing I wanted to do. I just wanted to get my trick and get out of there because I hated the thought of coming back a different day. Ended up going back like another month later. This time I was with the Borderline team. I had Ippei filming and Mowgli and the other homies trying to distract security. I think I had just moved up from an 825 to an 8.5 deck, and honestly it didn't bother me at all. I felt like I had more room to actually land on my board, so I was feeling confident. Oh, bro, this shit's too funny. Okay, so Mowgli and Ivan are trying to, like, move the gates to, you know, get the security guard's attention, because there's just one of them, and it works. But then as soon as he sees me pushing up, this motherfucker hauls ass over, full sprint. I kick my board, it hits him in the shin, and then he tells me I'm under arrest. And I'm like, bro, I didn't lay a hand on you. That was my board. And then I proceed to juke him right here, and then I just take off behind the building. I honestly did feel bad after, because I honestly was not intending to hit him in the shin. I just know he felt that shit the next morning. Okay, this trip was completely random. I was not expecting to jump down the triple set this day at all. We were just passing through downtown one evening, and all I could think of was the triple set, so I just thought this was some type of sign that I was going to land it. It was also my first time skating in between those 2 rails, so I thought it would look sick, but unfortunately, I just ended up snapping another board. I had another complete in my trunk, but the bearings sucked ass, but the security guard did say I could get one more try, but I kind of wish he didn't because I just completely died. The day I landed late shove was insane. I had just got back from driving 6.5 hours straight from San Francisco, and I was off like an hour of sleep. And on top of all that, my body was so sore from street skating that week, but I just told myself today was the day. I walked up and put a penny on the 8th stair, and I'll talk about why I did that later, but I looked down, and I was so confident that this was the day, until I took this slam. I got a hot pocket and almost hit my head, and to be honest, my confidence level went way down. But I walked back up those stairs, and little did I know that I was about to experience the best feeling of my life.
Oh my! Oh my! Bro! Oh my gosh, yes,
It's
dude.
over! Bro, it's fucking over,
Fuck
dog!
yes.
Bro, I told you! Today was the day, bro! Dude, I'm tripping the fuck out! Bro! Look at this shit! I wrote 8 times that I'm gonna land the late shove down the triple set today.
So this is where the crazy part comes in. As soon as I got back from San Francisco and I decided that I was gonna go to the triple set that day, I told my homies and they pretty much told me that I need to like speak it into existence. I need to manifest it. They pretty much told me to start saying that I'm going to land the late shove today and to like write it down and shit. So I got all into it, right? It was August 8th and August is also the 8th month of the year, so I was rolling with the number 8. That was gonna be my lucky number for the day. So I open up my notes app and I type out 8 times that I'm going to land the late shove down the triple set today, and then I go into my calendar and I went ahead and marked August 8th as the day I landed the late shove, and this was all before I even went to the triple set. And then on my way to the triple set, while I was on the freeway, literally every single license plate that I looked at had the number 8 somewhere in it. There was literally a point where I'm in traffic and like 5 cars passed me and every single one of them had the number 8 in it. So when I saw that, I knew that the number had to mean something, so I ended up picking up a penny and it was heads up, which usually means good luck. So this is the exact penny that I put on the 8th stair of the triple set right before I tried it, and somehow it worked out. I honestly don't even remember actually doing the late shove on the try that I landed it. it, my mind just went completely blank as soon as I popped, and then next thing you know, I was rolling away. And as soon as I got to the sidewalk, all I could think of was, did that shit actually work? Did I just fucking manifest that shit? I don't know, that's just crazy. But what I do know is that I'm gonna try to keep that penny for as long as I possibly can. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thrasher's probably gonna hate me for making this, but you guys kept asking for it, and I really wanted to put something like this together of like the whole battle. Some of you guys have even been around since I started trying that trick in November. It took almost 9 months to get it, and honestly, it was worth every single second of it. Oh yeah, and go follow me on Instagram.